Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian, and today I have a mid-year freakout book tag. I know it is July now. I'm a month late, but I'm still obviously gonna give it to you in July. I actually got the inspiration from Sarah Croy. I love all her videos. I watch every single one of them. Credit goes to her because I saw her video and I wanted to do this for myself. So I am gonna be using her questions, but go check out her video because she's just the best. But first, for a little bit of stats on my Goodreads, I'm honestly behind my goal, guys. I'm pretty upset about it, but hopefully I can still reach it. So this year I did have a goal of 75 books, and so far for half the year I read 33 books so far, and it says that I'm 6 books behind schedule. No. I really hope that I can meet my goal, but this year I am trying to read more books that I genuinely enjoy and read them at my own pace rather than trying to read as many books as I can, because I feel like I don't get to really enjoy what I'm reading and I tend to just skim through books. I feel like that is kind of my goal this year, so I'm not gonna be too mad if I don't reach it, but we never know. Starting off with the first question, what is the best book that you've read so far in 2023? And I tried my best not to repeat any books for every single question. I tried. Some I will be repeating. I'm sorry. They're so close to my heart. I did choose to put Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie because I feel like you guys know I never shut up about this book, so it obviously has to be here. This book, I knew I was gonna like it. I knew I was gonna love it going into the series, but I didn't think that after all the other books that I've read this year, I would still love it the most. This was probably the first book that I truly annotated really detailed before I started really annotating my books again. I just cannot explain to you guys how much I love this series. I don't know if it's the writing, I don't know if it's the characters, I don't know if it's the plot, I don't know what it is about these books, but it literally has me addicted to them. Hence the name. I feel like Lily and Lo will always be in the back of my mind. Every single day I think about them, and I'm currently reading Addicted for Now, which is the 3rd book in the series. I don't know, I'm just having such a good time. So this has to be my favorite book of 2023 so far. It just has to be. Next is the best sequel you've read so far in 2023, and I chose Twisted Games by Anna Huang because I loved the first one, as you guys may already know, but the second one just brought it to the next level. Like Reese and Bridget, I just can't explain to you their dynamic, and with all the forbidden love that goes on in this book, I never knew that I would like that trope until this book. It's just, thinking about this book again just brings back all the feels that I was feeling when I did read it for the first time. This book definitely put this series in a whole different ranking for me, because this was the book that really made me know that I wanted to continue to the 3rd book. And I don't know, Bridget being a princess and Reese being her hot bodyguard, you don't have to tell me anything more. Like, you guys just have to read this one as well. And normally, I feel like in book series, the second one is always not as good as the first one, but I don't know, I'd say they're pretty tied, or this one takes the lead for sure. Next is the newest release that I own and haven't read, but I want to. And I actually recently picked this up. It's The Half of It by Madison Beer. It's her memoir. I love Madison Beer. Like, I followed her on social media for so long. I didn't even know that she came out with a book until recently, and I knew I had to get my hands on it. I didn't even want to wait for it to come out in paperback. I couldn't. I just fell in love with it. And this cover, gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be really good because it's gonna allow me to see a whole different side of Madison Beer that I never got to see through social media, that no one really gets to see on social media, because obviously with social media everyone only wants you to see what they want to put out, you know? I don't know, I feel like it's just gonna be a very eye-opening book. It's definitely my biggest anticipated 5-star release for sure. Next is my favorite new author. I obviously have 2. This is where it could get a little bit repetitive, but my favorite new authors to me are definitely Krista and Becca Ritchie and Anna Huang. Their books have blown me away completely. I was not expecting to fall in love with them and continue the series, because I'm the type of person that literally will start a series and just never finish it. And these 2 authors, their series that I'm reading right now, I 100% will end up finishing them at some point. Their writing is just mind-blowing. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. I feel like it's so perfect for me and something that is not easy for me to read, but very enjoyable for me to read. It doesn't feel like it hurts my brain or I'm like, oh my gosh, they're dragging this on forever, you know? I'm just so hooked to their books. Newest fictional crushes. Obviously we have Lo from Addicted to You in the Addicted series. I'm not gonna explain him because you guys should just know how much I love him by now. It's just he's the perfect book boyfriend. He's definitely top on the list. Along with him, obviously Alex Volkov from Twisted Love. He is my favorite book boyfriend. Yes, I really enjoyed Twisted Games, but book boyfriend wise, I think I like Alex a little bit more than Reese. I don't know what it is. I know he's like a bad boy. He's like grumpy and kind of mean. But to Ava, he would do anything for her. He would take a bullet for her. He would kill for her. He would literally do anything for her. I fell in love with him right after I read this book, and I still think about him every day, so he's definitely there too. A newer book boyfriend added to the list is from Flawless. We have Rhett. I didn't think I was gonna like him that much for him to become a book boyfriend, but by the end of it, he just was a complete sweetheart, and I know he has a really bad reputation, and everyone really thinks that he's like a douchebag and stuff like that, but he's genuinely really sweet, especially to Summer. So he is a newer book boyfriend, but he's definitely still there. And lastly, I know this shouldn't be a book boyfriend, but we have Michael Christ or Christ. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, from Corrupt. I don't know why I love him. Don't ask me why. I just find him so attractive in a really messed up way. I don't know, but he's definitely a book boyfriend that I found this year as well. I don't even know why. Let's just leave it at that. Next question is a book that made me cry. Obviously, that has to be If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Nolan. This is the only book that has ever made me cry, guys. I think I've mentioned that about a gazillion times, but this book just really pulled on my heartstrings. I had a feeling it was going to break me, and it did, because this was so sad. And I feel like because the buildup was so long and boring and just literally nothing, and then the author just completely ripped out your heart and took everything away from you. That is how I felt when I read this. I bawled my eyes out. I was not expecting the ending to be that heartbreaking. I obviously knew going into it because of what everyone else said, is that the ending is the only sad part, and I do agree with that, but it's a lot sadder than I thought it could ever have been. So if you want a good book that you're gonna cry hysterically to, this is the one I recommend for sure. But besides that book, obviously I haven't really cried from another book, but Go Ask Alice by Anonymous, that one was pretty close because the whole book is really sad. That's kind of the gist of it and like the whole point of it. But the ending was what was really sad. I was not expecting it whatsoever. That one almost made me cry. It was more of like a face fall moment where I was just not expecting it, and then all the emotions just took over me, and I was like, I didn't even know what to do at the end of that book. So that one was definitely close second, but didn't make me cry. The next question is a book that made me happy, The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. You guys know my love for Lynn Painter, but honestly, this book was just a feel-good read. I read it right around Valentine's Day, which was perfect because this book revolves around Valentine's Day, except our main character keeps waking up on an endless loop of Valentine's Day over and over again. The plot kind of got repetitive, but the whole book overall just made me feel so happy because her writing is just so fun and funny. I don't know, it was just super cute, super cringy, and I just was rolling around the floor laughing the whole time, so it just put me in a good mood reading it. Next question is the most beautiful book I've bought. I have a lot of them because I buy a lot of books based on covers, but this one had to take the question. It's The Honeys by Ryan LaSala. Yes, I didn't really like this book. It definitely was a very average read for me, but the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's just so detailed. Like, the front makes so much sense once you read it, and then like the spine is literally stunning, and even the back. Not only that, but this is just the dust cover. The actual book is also pretty detailed too. Like, it has like a little bee imprint on it, and then it has the side in gold. Also, what I really liked is the front page. It has like this honeycomb texture paper. Like, I didn't even see that until after I read it. But yeah, this is the most beautiful book I've bought this year. I don't know why I didn't really like it, to be honest. I feel like it was just very average to me. It was definitely a book that's very different from what I would normally read, so I feel like maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. I think it was also just the writing and how slow it was and how all over the place it was. I felt like there wasn't a structured plot in this book, so I feel like I was just confused, and then something would happen and I'd be like, who are they? When did that happen? And what is gonna happen next, you know? But I still do recommend it. It's definitely a very twisty thriller mystery, I wanna say, with some very interesting characters. And the last question is, what are the books that you need to read by the end of the year? Now, we have a few, and a few series. So the first one, I really want to read Bad Reputation by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is a duet put into one book. That is why it is so thick. Instead of 2 books, I just got the one. I've had this since Christmas time, I want to say, and I still haven't read it, but I have read obviously a few books by Krista and Becca Ritchie now, so I am super excited to get into this now that I know how much I love their writing. It's just, I think the length has kind of intimidated me a little bit, and that's why I've kind of been pushing it off. I know by the end of the year that I will end up doing it, and hopefully I'll really enjoy it like I think I will. Next is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I've been trying to read this book for a solid 3 months now, guys. I don't know why I haven't, but I feel like because it is summer now, I feel like I'll be pushing myself to read it and feel ready to read it because I want to read it with all the summery vibes when it actually is summer. But I'm super excited for this one. I'm excited to see the similarities between this one and Every Summer After. I also have heard so many good things about Christina Lauren and how much everyone specifically loves this book by them. So this one is a must. I just have to do it, guys. But I am planning on doing it this month. I promised you guys I was going to read it this month. Now moving into the series that I need to finish. I do want to finish the Finlay Donovan series. I don't exactly know what the series is called. I did read Finlay Donovan is Killing It. I rated that one like a 5 stars. I read Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. I rated this one a 4.75 or 4.5, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to be a little bit more critical with the series, and I did like the first one more, so that's why I got a higher rating. And then I just have to read Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun, which is the 3rd book in the series. I'm pretty sure this series is still continuing, so I want to finish the books I do have from the series so far, because this is the newest one that is released. So if she is making another one, it hasn't been released yet. So super excited for this whole series. I love it with my whole heart, giving those cozy mystery vibes with also kind of like dark mystery as well. It has a bunch of things going on in it that just works, and it even has like some romance in it. The whole plot of the books are just perfect. I love them so much. Another series I desperately need to finish, Lily will back me up on this one. I need to finish or continue the Devil's Night series because it's a lot of your guys' favorites. It's Lily's favorite, and I really did enjoy Corrupt, so I definitely will be picking up Hideaway soon enough, hopefully. But I do hear that each book does get darker and more messed up and bigger in length, so yeah. But I definitely will get to it eventually. Hopefully I will get to it by the end of the year because I hear that the series just keeps getting better and better as you read the books, so this one is a must. And then the last series that I want to finish or continue, I feel like I could finish it, is the Twisted series. Look how beautiful these covers are, you guys. I'm so obsessed with them, but I love the series. I cannot tell you guys this enough. I think I've mentioned Anna Huang and her books too many times in this video, but it's for a reason. I absolutely adore these 2 books, the first 2. As you guys know, I do have Twisted Hate, which is the 3rd book in the series, and they keep getting bigger and bigger, guys. And then I have to pick up the last book in the series. But I feel like I definitely could finish this series, especially because of how much I'm loving it. Hopefully I'll pick these up pretty soon because I am kind of in the mood for the series still. I haven't left it for too long and then just became uninterested. So this is a series that's also a must. But those are all the questions for the mid-year book tag. Thank you so much to Sarah for giving me this idea and giving me these questions. She came up with some really good ones. And hopefully you guys got some book recommendations from what I've read so far this year. And let me know down below how many books you guys have read this year so far. I would love to know your reading goals and your journey so far. Sadly, I am behind on mine, but that doesn't matter. Hopefully I will be able to catch up, but I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. And don't forget to check the link down in my description box for my Patreon. You guys can join a free trial and join the Patreon family. But other than that, I really hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I actually got the information. Hello? To put addicted. So freaking. No, it's a word. Sadder than I thought that it could have. Oh, I just ruined it.